Alan Bates, the former sub-postmaster who successfully campaigned to highlight the Post Office Horizon scandal, has been knighted in the King's Birthday Honours. He joins three new dames, actress Imelda Staunton, designer Anya Hindmarch and artist Staunton and Emin, at the top of a list that highlights British achievers in a range of fields, as well as hundreds of people from ordinary walks of life. Sporting honours in this year's list include a knighthood for cycling star Mark Cavendish, as well as honours for former international footballers Graham Souness, Ali McCoist, and Karen Carney. In the entertainment world, there is a Strictly Come Dancing double as professional dancer Amy Doughton and former EastEnders star Rose Ayling-Ellis, winner of the 2021 series, are both named MBEs. There are also honours for author Monica Ali and singer Rebecca Ferguson. And after more than 30 years in Countdown's Dictionary Corner, lexicographer Susie Dent gets an MBE. The new Sir Alan Bates famously took action after more than 900 post office colleagues were prosecuted for stealing because of incorrect accounting information from a computer system he had repeatedly complained about. He founded a campaign to overturn the convictions, and his fight for justice became the subject of ITV drama Mr. Bates vs. the Post Office. Imelda Staunton may be in a position to provide some pointers on royal etiquette of her own when she attends her investiture ceremony, having portrayed the late Queen Elizabeth II in two series of Netflix drama The Crown. Her other famous roles in an acting career spanning 6 decades include Dolores Umbridge in the Harry Potter films and the title role in the movie Vera Drake, for which she won a BAFTA and was Oscar nominated. Dame Imelda said of her new honour, "Theatre, film, and television are essential to our well-being, stand at the heart of our culture, and are admired throughout the world. I am proud to play my part in this important industry." Dame Anya Hindmarch is known across the world for her handbag designs, high-end adornments that are seen on the arms of the world's most glamorous women. But she also developed her I'm Not a Plastic Bag range of canvas tote bags to highlight the need to cut the use of plastic. Staunton and Emin, now Dame Tracy, has become one of the best-known female artists in the world through a wide range of artworks that often document her personal experiences. They include My Bed, a disheveled bed inspired by 4 days she stayed in bed drinking vodka, which was exhibited at London's Tate Gallery and later sold at Christie's auctioneers for £2.5 million. As well as Sir Alan, there are knighthoods for historian Niall Ferguson, the Royal Ballet's resident choreographer Wayne McGregor, climate scientist Professor James Skee and composer John Rutter, who is behind some of the most celebrated modern Christmas carols. And from the world of politics, former Prime Minister Gordon Brown is made a Companion of Honour, an honour afforded to just 65 people at any one time. Leading the way in the sporting honours is Mark Cavendish, the cyclist from the Isle of Man who became known as the Manx Missile and is now Sir Mark. Later this month he will try to make cycling history at the Tour de France, where a 35th stage win of his career would see him set a new record for the event. For years, Graham Souness was renowned as one of the hard men of football, but his CBE in the birthday honours is partly in recognition of a more recent accomplishment. He was introduced to teenager Isla Grist, a girl from Inverness who has epidermolysis bullosa EB, a genetic disorder which means most of the skin covering her body is full of blisters. Souness revealed in interviews he had regularly been left in tears by her battling attitude to life and set about raising awareness and funds for the condition, including swimming the English Channel at the age of 70. Another former Scottish international, Ali McCoist, is now in OBE, partly for a playing career, mainly spent at Rangers, and partly for his broadcasting career, which included an 11-year stint as a team captain on BBC One's A Question of Sport. Karen Carney, the footballer who earned 144 caps for England's women, also becomes an OBE, alongside Sandy Lyle, the first British golfer to win the Masters. Yorkshire and England cricketer Catherine Sciver-Brunt and rugby union referee Wayne Barnes, who officiated the most recent World Cup final, are among other new OBs. Cheryl Foster, who went from Welsh international footballer to referee, is a new MBE, a rank she now shares with David McNulty, British swimming's national lead coach, who has guided the success of several recent Olympic medalists. But one of the other new MBEs is a woman whose biggest feat came just this year. Ultramarathon runner Jasmine Paris became the first woman to complete the grueling Barkley Marathons in Tennessee, memorably slumping to the ground exhausted as she finished the race just inside the allotted 60 hours. In the music world, Simon Le Bon, who has been the frontman of Duran Duran since 1980, is appointed an MBE, while the voice behind two of the biggest number ones of the 1970s, Boney M singer Liz Mitchell, is awarded the same honor. Rebecca Ferguson, who went from a runner-up on X Factor to a singing career with 4 top 10 albums, is also named an MBE, as is M-People singer Heather Small, for her voluntary and charitable work. 2 broadcasting pioneers are among those honored in the TV and radio world. Gordon McNamee, the founder of Kiss FM, who took it from pirate radio station to a major player on the airwaves, is now an MBE. So too is veteran TV broadcaster Nick Owen, whose amiable presenting style on ITV's Good Morning Britain helped establish the format of breakfast TV in the 1980s. Since 1997, he has been one of the lead presenters of BBC Midlands Today. There is a heartwarming double honour linked to Strictly Come Dancing. Professional dancer Amy Dowden, who has been treated for cancer and will return to the series this year, is an MBE. That honour is matched by Rose Ayling-Ellis, the EastEnders actress who became the show's first deaf contestant and went on to win the famous Glitterball Trophy in 2021. Former Coronation Street actress Shabna Gulati, who played Sunita Alahan across 2 spells between 2001 and 2014, among other roles, is also appointed an MBE. Satirist Armando Iannucci, whose TV and radio career stretches back 30 years, is made a CBE. Most of his greatest successes have come behind the scenes as a writer and producer, but one of his most lasting contributions to British culture is as co-creator of the character Alan Partridge with comedian Steve Coogan. Business leaders to be honoured include energy bosses Greg Jackson of Octopus Energy and Alastair Phillips Davies of SSE, who are appointed CBEs, as well as Julia Hoggett, Chief Executive of the London Stock Exchange, who becomes a dame. 2 BBC figures are made CBEs, Barbara Slater, the former Olympic gymnast who retired this year after 15 years as the corporation's first director of sport, and Alan Yentub, who played a major role in shaping BBC television as an executive, before becoming a presenter of his own programs. And 2 women who have a way with words can add some letters to their names. Author Monica Ali, whose acclaimed novel Brick Lane documented the world of arranged marriage in the Bangladeshi community, is made a CBE. And Susie Dent, the author and lexicographer who has been a Dictionary Corner staple of Channel 4's Countdown for 32 years, outlasting any of the presenters, is awarded an MBE. Of course, the honors are not only there to celebrate the rich and famous. As always, ordinary members of society have been recognized for their extraordinary commitments. Almost 2/3 of this year's recipients are people who have undertaken outstanding work in their communities. Of the 1,077 recipients on the main list, announced by the Cabinet Office, 48% are women and 10% are from an ethnic minority background. The youngest recipient on the list is Shamsa Butt from Bradford, who is 20 years old and receives a BEM for her work as a member of the National Citizens Service Trust Youth Voice Forum. At the other end of the spectrum is 100-year-old Harold Jones from Sutton Coldfield, who also receives a BEM for his fundraising for charities relating to motor neurone disease and the local community. And Michael Palmer, Andrew Airy, and Timothy Owen, who founded the 3 Dads Walking campaign after losing their young daughters to suicide, each receive an MBE. The three fathers have walked all across the UK to raise awareness of suicide in young people as well as funds for charity.